Perfect. Day, holy fuck. Let's put it in drive. Day number 108 of the bulk. We're finally getting back to eating some real food. I didn't have any kind of schoolwork or anything to do today, so that was fucking sick. Today's gonna be arms. Basic, well, not basic, but pretty much my go-to method is triceps first, then biceps, right? So tons of push downs of, multiple varieties, straight bar, rope, single hand, single arm reverse, perhaps, maybe towards the end. Maybe I'll even do a little bit of dumbbell something or other. I kind of got an itch for something like that, so we'll have to see. And then after triceps are pumped, when I'm totally done with the workout and I want to go check the pump in the mirror, I want to see buys fucking poking out like mountains, So that's another reason why I do buys after triceps, just for vanity's sake, because I like it. But biceps, I mean, nothing complicated, just a bunch of curls, standing dumbbell, single arm dumbbell preacher, what else, easy bar. Sometimes I'll do some, I wish they don't have the like the W bar handle for cables. It's got those bends in it. They don't fucking have one at this gym. It sucks. Because if they had one, I'd be doing some easy bar cable curls too, because I like that a lot. Standing, seated. Sometimes I'll even do it like laying down on a bench, just different sorts of variations. But main point for biceps, all it's doing is curls. I've heard some people get into talking about weighted chin-ups to work your biceps, and I mean, maybe it works. Fuck, maybe that's how I would get 24-inch arms, by doing weighted chin-ups. Get the fuck back there. But doesn't seem like the answer to me. I'd rather do more curls than like heavy chin-ups. So I'm gonna drink this pre and then wing it in there and fucking slam this shit. Alright, so again, I'm gonna start with single arm cable pushdowns. So I did a couple of feeler sets, just kind of warmed up the elbows. I swear, if your elbows hurt like tendonitis style, is right on here on the outside, I can almost guarantee you're not warming up enough, right? Like, if you jump straight into a heavy bench, you're gonna be kind of crunchy. You don't got any blood flow yet. So, at least how with triceps, if they're ever like tender, I'll spend extra time just one arm light and just moving it around. And I swear it seems to work at least a little. But and if it doesn't, then fuck, you're fucked. So I'm just gonna throw around the stack for a few sets of single arm, and then move on to something else. Oi. So those single arm sets were good. Feel like it'll be a good primer to move on to this heavy double arm push down, right? Because, there's nothing wrong with doing a set where your goal is to, use moderate weight but squeeze. But in my mind, the beginning, like your first maybe like 4 or 5 sets at least, those should be the ones where you're really just trying to fucking go hard. In terms of the weight, obviously go hard on every set. So I think a couple of these double arm push downs should feel pretty good. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Let's make that one a drop set. Whew. Oh. Okay. This push down feels all right. I think I'll be better off if I move on. The push down I was just doing didn't have like any of this pulley system or whatever. So it wasn't as easy to get a good squeeze, whether or not you get what I'm saying or whatever. But now I think just, a couple regular sets of push downs, a little bit of extra added weight, controlled reps, squeeze to the bottom, should feel pretty good. Oh. Nice. Fuck. I think a set or two of the rope should be pretty good. Again, heavy. Nothing else to say. Okay. Last set, I don't know what I want to do yet. I guess it'll be a surprise for the both of us. All right, so not much of a surprise. Just gonna finish with another set of this, but I will throw in a drop set. All right, it's time for curls. Let's see, land frame, yeah. Oh. So, sticking to my theme of starting off heavy, I did a set of the 25s, then I did a few reps of the 50s, then I did 2 reps of the 75s. The 75s felt good, so gonna start off with the 85s, see how many I can get. Probably just, I'll see how they feel, but for the most part, after the first set of like heavy ass curls, usually I drop the weight, but whatever. 85's inbound. Let's try not to swing them too much. Let's go a little lighter, goddammit. Fuck. Oh my god. Okay. Now I can move on. I think next it'll be good to do some single arm dumbbell preacher curls. I've never been a huge, I say this every time I do arms. I've never really liked the easy bar preacher curl. I feel like I get way too much forearm. It's like pressure on my wrist. I don't like it, so I'm not gonna do it. So instead, I'll do the dumbbell preacher one at a time, where, I mean, doesn't this movement just look so much better than this? Maybe you don't relate, but whatever. Probably a couple sets of this, and then I'll do some kind of cable curl. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. This is the closest handle they have to an easy bar curl that I can put on the cable. So, biceps are definitely already fatigued. So, I'm gonna try to get a good squeeze. Maybe just hold it for just a moment for the first however many reps. And then once I start to get fatigued, I'll just start trying to fucking burn them out. You know, poor form style, if you will. Okay. Whew. Let's do, I don't know what yet. I'm gonna think about it. I'm sure it seems a little bit weird to say that I'm gonna do one set of an exercise in the workout, right? Like that may seem a little bit strange, you know, because you usually hear like 3 exercises, 3 sets each or something like that. Or you like people will talk about 5 by 5. But I mean, the way I think about it, which I think is pretty much reasonable, is like I'm trying to hit my biceps right now. So whether or not I do a dumbbell curl alternating or those cable curls or the preacher curls, I'm just wearing down the biceps. So there's nothing inherently special about any different exercise. I mean, sure, like I was just saying, well, okay, you get the idea, right? It doesn't really matter what you do. If you get all the way warm, your chest is totally prepped, you're ready to go heavy, you can jump from barbell bench to dumbbell bench to machine press and just do like a whole loop. And as long as every set is difficult, you know, you're gonna wear down your chest, you're gonna do muscular damage, and you're gonna get a fucking pump. So, you know, if one exercise doesn't really feel that good to you for whatever reason, substitute it for something that you know will. Now, if you're a beginner, that may not be so easy because you don't have like a, what do you call it? Like a vocabulary, so to speak, of different exercises. But, you know, as you're in the gym more and you try new shit and you watch other people and you kind of learn, you'll just sort of get an intuitive insight into what you know is going to feel good and is going to let you go hard. So, one set of these easy bar curls, this is the 110, should feel pretty fucking good to me right now. Oy. And again, I don't mind swinging it a little. All right, one more set of, I think I'm going to do pause rep dumbbell curls, and we can check the pump. I already know it's going to be fucked up. Honestly, I think I can probably just do the 40s, and that'll be enough. I'm already fucking fatigued to hell. So the logic of these reps, it's really to emphasize and squeeze, right? You know, I'm not just going to swing the weight all the way up out of nowhere. You know, I'm going to do it manually, slowly up to about halfway, and then pause it for just a moment, and then finish the rep, such that the only thing moving the weight is my fucking biceps contracting. That's enough. Fuck. All right, let's check the pump. All right, I got the saturation turned down. No, the exposure turned down a little bit, as you all should if you're taking pictures of yourselves and good lighting and stuff. All right. So, pretty basic lift. Push downs and curls. I'm a little bit picky with the push downs. Obviously, I'm going to want to start off with the heavier sets. Well, the exercises in which I can go the heaviest, let's say. Like those single arm push downs could go pretty heavy. Those bar push downs could go pretty heavy. But the rope, you know, I don't know if I'd want to start off my tricep workout with rope push downs. But biceps, it's going to be hard for you to pick a bad bicep exercise as your starter. You know, I could have done any different order of those bicep curls that I just did, and like various amounts of sets of each, still doing 11 total, of course, and I would still be fucking pumped to hell like I am right now. You know, a lot of the time, there are some basic rules you should follow for a lift, like legs. I want to do my strongest movements first for each muscle. So when I'm doing quads, I want to start with squats and then do more leg presses, or no, what am I saying? More leg extensions toward the end, right? For chest, I want to start with heavy pressing so I can load my chest as much as possible, and then do more flies and squeezing movements toward the end. But with arms, I mean, as long as you start heavy and you maybe do a few squeezing movements toward the end just to get a pump, you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want. So let's see what kind of pump I'm working with right now. Oh, that's a good sign. Cover up the hoo-has, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh fuck. That's pretty pumped. Oh my goodness. What do you think? On a scale of pumped to 10, or no, on a scale of 1 to pumped. It's pretty freaky. Oh, I forgot I need a measuring tape. Forgot to bring it. I've got one at my desk. I think you may be missing the point if you measure your arms every single day. You know, you may be, your arms aren't going to grow in a day. But every couple of weeks, you know, measuring your arms, just see where you're at. It's good for you. Gives you motivation, right? Because let's say you finally get past, 15 inches or something if you're a beginner. Every inch on the arms, in terms of the circumference, that is a big ass difference. So, going from 15 to 16, noticeable. 16 to 17, noticeable. So that's just another metric you can track. So I got nothing else to say right now. I'm gonna finish off calves really quick. 8 sets, single leg, seated calf raises. Not that intense, just to get a pump. And then we can get in the car. Okay, lift successful. Let's slam the fucking dextrose shake. Oh my god. Even this fucking shake feels heavy in my arm right now. Fucking biceps are so pumped. Oh fuck. I didn't drink it all. That takes a second to settle. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna sit here for a minute. Blah. Blah. Let's get out of here. So, yeah, arms pumped. I mean, you saw the whole breakdown, the whole pump, or the whole workout. I mean, not too complicated. I used to do a ton of drop sets. Like, literally every set I would do would be a drop set for a period of time. But as of late, I've just been doing normal straight sets. As long as you go hard on every set, you'll be alright. You'll make some gains. But I do think it's good to throw in some drop sets every so often. Just give you a little bit of a better pump. So one guy asked, why don't I do deadlifts? What is my fucking problem with deadlifts? Well, it's just not necessary, right? If I want to build a big back, I want to work on heavy rows and heavy pull downs, right? I don't really want to do deadlifts because in the context of like bodybuilding training, you want to work a specific muscle to to an exertion level where you're going to build, or when you recover and eat food, that muscle specifically is going to be what's growing, right? So if I want to work my back, that's all that I want to be working, right? That's all I want to be spending energy on. But if I do deadlifts, then I'm going to be working my hamstrings, my glutes. If I've got legs the next day, then they're going to be like pre-fatigued. So I'm just not a fan of it. If you are dying to do deadlifts, at least, make your split such that you do hamstrings and back on the same day so that you can still work your hamstrings while also working them when you do deadlifts, right? But for me, I mean, I don't see the appeal. I'm not gonna get a crazy back pump. For me, if I were to do heavy deadlifts, the best case scenario is I only get one herniated disc, and then I'm just gonna be out of breath for the rest of back day. So, doesn't really make sense. So next week, just finals. I got one more little project that I have to finish. It's like designing a nozzle based on a certain number or whatever. Just, you don't need to worry about any of that mumbo jumbo. In terms of music, I'm listening to music. I got my little beats underneath all this hair. I think training with music is fucking sick. It's gonna get you hyped up. Now the type of music, it can kind of depend on my mood. Like sometimes I'll listen to more kind of chill shit or whatever. Like Tame Impala, sort of. Love Cage the Elephant. That's sick. But more often than not, I'm listening to something that's gonna hype me up. Some kind of metal, funk, EDM, hyperpop style deal, stuff like that. But whatever you got to do to get excited in the gym, that's what I think you should be doing, right? Because at the end of the day, you're going into the gym and you're putting yourself through something that is like legitimately uncomfortable, right? Like I would not want to have to go through every day 24/7 feeling like the feeling in my muscles. Like I wouldn't want to have to feel like a burning sensation in my biceps 24/7, right? That's legitimately uncomfortable. So, whatever you got to do to go hard in the gym, listen to whatever kind of metal, whatever, anything. If you're David Goggins, you can listen to what did he listen to? I don't remember. Something about Rocky. Whatever. Whatever you got to listen to that gets you hyped up and excited, I would recommend. I've never really gotten behind the training with no music. The argument that I hear a lot is, well, I don't want to depend on my music. What happens if I forget my headphones? Just don't forget your fucking headphones, man. It's not that hard. Are you that, like, untrustworthy of yourself that you don't think you can be responsible enough to remember your headphones? That seems kind of silly to me. That's another thing with pre-workout. I'll hear people say that they don't want to use pre-workout because they think they're going to become dependent on it. They're going to be dependent on the caffeine to have a good lift. Now, to that I say, at least take a stim-free pre-workout. But I don't know. I mean, that argument, you're legitimately going to be able to go harder with caffeine. That's one of those things where it's fucking proven. So if I had a choice to go with it or without it, even though, I'm running the risk of forgetting it before I lift, it takes pre-workout every fucking day. You can push it. Like when I see if I see a post where a guy is like 180 pounds and the post is like, okay, I just had 800 milligrams of caffeine for this workout. I think you missed a step there. You missed a fundamental sense of understanding. That's not the vector of performance which you're trying to optimize per se. You know, I only ever do 200 milligrams of caffeine per lift, except for legs. Some leg days I'll double up and do 400, but that's understandable. It's fucking. I got some squats, man. I got to get hyped up. So I'm gonna go home, shower, take my vitamins, and I've got no responsibilities in the morning, so no alarm or nothing. I just get to fucking sleep. Then when I wake up, cardio. So got some good times ahead, goddammit. So you guys are still in school. Honestly, I think most people are done. My school is going late. Like I know guys at like OSU and stuff, and they're already moving out. But if you're already done with school, then I'm jealous of you. And if you're still in it, fucking try not to put the gym off to study. Ideally, figure out a way to fit both in. But enough of that. I'll see you next time.